السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله ونحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا، ومن يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. All praise belongs to Allah. We praise Him and we seek His help, and we seek His forgiveness, and we seek refuge with Allah from the evil of our own souls and from our own bad deeds. Whomsoever Allah guides, no one will ever lead astray, and whomsoever leads astray, no one can guide. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, having no partner, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings be upon him, is His servant and messenger. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتون إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you who believe, be aware of Allah with correct awareness and awe-inspiring awareness, and die not except as Muslims. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا ويصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم وذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فوزا عظيما. O you who believe, be aware of Allah, speak a straightforward word. He will forgive your sins and repair your deeds. And whoever takes Allah and His Messenger as a guide has already achieved a mighty victory. يا أيها الناس, O mankind, اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منها رجالا كثيرا ونساء. Show reverence towards your guardian, your Lord, who created you from a single person, created of like nature, and His mate from the two of them scattered like seeds countless men and women. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي تَسْأَلُونَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. Be conscious of Allah, through whom ye demand your mutual rights, and show reverence towards the womb that bore you. إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَيْكُمْ رَقِيبًا. For surely Allah ever watches over you. My dear brothers and sisters, I have titled today's khutbah as "It is a good time to be a Muslim." So, whether you know it or not, there's a quote that is known as that's said as "May you live in interesting times," and that is said to be a Chinese curse. And I don't have to remind you that nowadays we Muslims are certainly living in interesting times, very interesting times indeed. For example, we'll have some misguided Muslims out there who will misquote the Quran to justify their indiscriminate violence against innocent people. And then they do this to promote their political aims. Then we also have some misguided non-Muslims who actually use this abuse and betrayal of Islam as an excuse to blame Islam and to punish all Muslims. And they too also have their own political agenda. So you see, there are extremists on both sides, and millions of innocent Muslims around the world have to suffer the consequences. And these consequences could be deadly. If we remember, within a few short days of the infamous Muslim travel ban from in the U.S., there were 6 men who were shot dead while praying in a Canadian masjid. And on a whole, we know Canadians are not as gun crazy as their neighbors, the Americans, like us. And Americans are amongst the most heavily armed people on the planet. And there is enough crazy people amongst them who will take any excuse to start harming Muslims. And the current political environment does not improve anything at all. So it doesn't take much to light a fuse. And as we've seen with events such as Charlottesville, we should take sensible precautions. So we who live in the West should avoid confrontations that can escalate. Placate, don't escalate. Don't retaliate. Follow Allah's advice and answer abuse with something better. Or just walk away. That's the Islamic way. We must all pray and ask Allah to protect our brothers and sisters wherever they are. Because Allah is always fully in control of His entire creation. And we know that this very big challenge that we're facing now will eventually pass. Every tyrant, every regime, every unjust regime will fall. Big and small, rich and poor, every ruler will be brought to account. Whether it is in this life or in the life after. And we must take comfort from Surah Imran, ayah 26, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Say, O Allah, Lord of power, sovereign and sovereignty, you give power to whom you please, and you strip power from whom you please. You honor whom you please, and you bring low to whom you please. In your hand all is good. Truly you have power over all things." Dear brothers and sisters, these are indeed very comforting words for us, because it is only in a crisis that you find out what you are made of, and who your true companions are. And wallahi, if you watch the news, it'll be hard to see that there are thousands of ordinary people, non-Muslims who are in the U.S., who come to support Muslims and refugees. And wallahi, you have to show gratitude towards these people. Because at times like this, Allah will sort the false from the truth, the haqq from the batil. And this is really a time of fitna, a time of trials and tribulation. So my dear brothers and sisters, do not be disheartened, do not be upset. Smile, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He loves you. According to hadith from Anas ibn Malik, narrated by Tirmidhi, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Those whom Allah loves, He puts them through tests and trials." So my dear brothers and sisters, this is a good time to be a Muslim. Now we can show what we're made of. Now we can prove our sincerity to Allah by patiently persevering through these challenges that life throws at us. And now we can show the world that Islam is a beautiful and noble, inspiring way of life. Because we Muslims walk in the giant footsteps of our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his great predecessors. And remember, nothing lasts forever. These hard times, they will pass. And Allah promises us, after hardship will come ease. Surely after every hardship comes ease. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. So let's remember that the enemies of Islam will plot and plan, but Allah also plots and plans. He is the best of planners. وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. Allah is the best of planners. And when Allah's tests and trials are over, and the true believers enjoy relief, peace, and justice, then you'll see people entering Islam in huge numbers. And this is not just my wishful thinking. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's promise, and He never breaks His promise. And we saw this when the Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Mecca after many years of exile and hardship. Many of the enemies of Islam became the most exemplary Muslims. If we look at the great leaders of Islam, some of them once were the great enemies against Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Umar ibn Khattab, Amr ibn al-As, and Khalid ibn Walid. It can happen to anyone. So don't be surprised to one day find someone who considered themselves as an enemy to Islam and then one day stand shoulder to shoulder with you in salah. Because that is entirely in Allah's power. And Allah has the power to do as He pleases. Inna Allah ala kulli shayin qadir. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent. Now, in Surah An-Nasr, Allah reassures the believers, those who patiently persevere through all periods of distress and panic. And He says, again in Surah An-Nasr, when comes the help of Allah and victory, you see the people entering Allah's religion in crowd, celebrate the praises of your Lord and pray for His forgiveness, for He is oft returning in grace and mercy. So dear brothers and sisters, I don't know if this will happen in my lifetime, or our children's lifetime, or our grandchildren's lifetime, but one day, we can celebrate the day that Allah gives relief to those who are suffering injustice. Surely Allah will bring all tyrants to account. Again, like I said before, whether it is in this life or in the hereafter. So let us be positive and forever optimistic. Let us patiently persevere and spread the good word of Islam to our fellow Muslims and to our many friends and neighbors in the wider community. Inna Allah ma'a sabirin. Surely Allah is with those who patiently persevere. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. أعوذ بالله. قولي هذا استغفر الله عليكم. Glory to Allah, praise to Allah. There is no power and no strength except from Allah. My dear brothers and sisters, we Muslims will surely have to keep our heads together now that others are losing theirs and blaming it on us. We must learn to remain calm, stay focused, and be quietly determined, because this is Allah's big test for us. We must inwardly and outwardly absorb and radiate those great Islamic virtues of sakina and rida, tranquility and acceptance. With sakina, we must become inwardly calm, composed with tranquility of heart, and we must develop utter reliance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And with the quality of rida, we must have a serene acceptance of whatever Allah sends our way. We must accept Allah's qada wa qadar, His decree and our destiny. And we know that everything happens with Allah's permission, because this is all already written in the preserved tablet, Allahul Mahfuz. So believers will joyfully accept Allah's decree. And it will take effort, self-discipline, and daily practice. In time, we can develop a more resilient character, so that no calamity will cause us to panic into a knee-jerk reaction that displeases Allah. Because the world is watching us, and we must at all times show grace under pressure. We must exude forbearance and nobility, like the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the best of their companions, the witnessers and the doers of good, the shuhada and the salihin. We ask Allah today to use us, to use you and me to become His role models, to become His good ambassadors of Islam during these difficult times. We ask Allah to let others see, through our living examples, the humility, the nobility of His beloved last messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we ask Allah to help us complete our Islam, to strengthen our iman, and to beautify our ihsan. Ya Allah, protect our brothers and sisters in Palestine, Syria, Myanmar, Somalia, Eritrea, and anywhere else our brothers and sisters face injustice in this world. Oh Allah, reward them with Jannah, inshallah, for the difficulties they face. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوما يقوم الحساب. Oh Allah, nothing is easy except what you've made easy. If you wish, you can make the difficulty easy. Oh Allah, forgive us and the believers on the day when the reckoning will be established. Oh Allah, give us in this world which is good and the hereafter which is also good, and save us from the torment of the fire. Oh Allah, honor us by the light of understanding and take us from the darkness of doubt, and open us upon the doors of your knowledge, and open us on the treasure of your recognition, O the best of the merciful ones. O Allah, give us tawfiq to study and solving all the difficult problems by your mercy, O the best of the merciful ones. O Allah, bring us out of the darkness of doubt and favor us with the light of comprehension. O Allah, open us to the doors of your mercy and unfold for us the treasure of your knowledge by your mercy, O the most merciful of the merciful ones. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحملنا علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. صلاة المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أقيم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة قامت الصلاة قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما تحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها بتقواها قد أفلح من ذكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتقواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوهم فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
سمع الله لمن حمده. الله الله أكبر. الله الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
ألم نشر لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغ فانسب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. Allah. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Quick announcement, there's a bowling event today, so if you're interested in that, check out on the Facebook group. And we have a sister, Aisha, visiting from Virginia Tech, who's doing a study for a PhD. I think she has some things to say about it.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Aisha Yousafzai. I am a PhD student at Virginia Tech, and I am hoping that all of you can really help me for my study. So the purpose of my study is to look at Muslim women and their identity performance on a college campus. So what identity performance really means is how Muslim women act, behave, or situate themselves in various environments on a college campus. And this is really an understudied area, so I'm really hoping that I can talk to Muslim women who are international students, either juniors or seniors in the university, either here at Duke or anywhere across US. So please, if you know any of your siblings or friends or acquaintances or cousins anywhere, either here or any of the universities, please, please, please help me out, because I'm really interested in hearing their stories and giving voices to their stories. So I have my contact information with me. I can leave some of my business cards here. If you can please pass that information on. Also, I am hoping to post on the MSA Facebook group about my study, my research questions, and more information on what will be expected of them. So please use my contact there to pass that on. So thank you again. I will stay around if you have any more questions, either about my study or just my reasons for looking into this. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One more extra announcements really quick. There's a meeting here earlier. They love food here, so this food is for us as well. So if you guys want to help yourself, shop.